gentlemen, thank you for joining us. How are you guys doing?
Great,
Hey,
man.
good, great, man. How are you?
Good. I have to ask, where are you guys? Where are you guys located?
We're in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, nice. How's the weather out there?
It sucks.
It's snowy
sucks,
for the
man.
past week.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We'd,
Awful.
we'd rather be in Florida or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Are you? So where are you guys originally from?
From here?
You guys are
Yeah,
from there. Okay.
We're all
I know
from
it's a weird
Louisville.
question.
Well, I think Tommy was born in Germany, actually. Yeah.
I was born in Bad Kreuznach, Germany, and I've pretty much lived here all my life.
Cool. So I'm just gonna ask you the general, basic, boring band questions. How did you guys come up with the name Wyld Ryde?
That's a
Well,
great
that's kinda-
story, actually.
Yeah, we were out at we were having troubles coming up with a name for a while, and we were actually out at a strip club, kind of, doing our thing. But some chick walked by, and I said, "She looks like a Wyld Ryde," and I said, "That's the name of the band." It's really the way it worked out. Totally, innocently.
100% true.
That is awesome. That is a cool story. I've heard crazy stories. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you
that's how
ever?
that actually come about. Yeah.
Did you ever let them know that? Hey, we named our band after you.
Yeah. That girl probably, I wouldn't even remember who she is now. And she's probably not there anymore anyway. It's been a while since we've been back due to everything going on. But yeah, no, not really.
That's awesome. How'd you guys start the band? Like, were you guys friends? Did you guys grow up together? Like, what's the story behind that?
Well, me and Tommy were in a band years ago. And the band ended up splitting up, and we stayed connected. And we were like, look, man, let's write music, even if we don't get back out and play. Let's at least, we're going to be down in the basement. Let's at least write. We're wasting our talent. We can just at least, be writing music. And so we did that, and we ended up coming across a couple other musicians, and Mick was one of them, and that gave us three. And we played for a little while with a couple drummers in and out, and then Kid came along to finish out the lineup, and we've been together ever since. I mean, Kid and Mick also played in some bands around the scene too. So I knew me and Tommy's known Mick for a while. Actually, Kid, we actually met through him coming out and auditioning for the band. So
Yeah, drummers are hard to find.
Yes, they are.
good drummers are hard to find.
That is very true.
And this guy is a total beast. I'm telling you.
I heard. I heard. That's awesome.
I'm lying to you. And he gets chicks. He gets all the chicks. Well, actually, Chief does, but then Chief shares with Kid. And
This is the guy you got to watch out for back here.
Tommy's the one.
Quiet ones is the one you got to watch out for. He's the wild
he's
man.
the blitzer.
Is he? He's a wild one.
He's the
Oh,
wild
yeah.
one. Chess master, Jägermeister guzzling. Dude.
German
Wow.
speaking.
German speaking, nipple tweaking. Oh.
Do you speak full fluid German?
Ja, ich spreche ganz mega Deutsch. Ich spreche es gern. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's I've been learning it for quite a while.
He took the words right out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say that.
And
That's how close. That's how connected we are.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's,
Crap.
I can get around. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. he does
okay.
get-
That's rad. Any other languages or any of you guys?
English.
English and then bad English.
I use
Yeah,
love a
pretty much,
lot.
That's my couple of my languages. All right, so excuse me. So let's go around. I know my setup is a little different. So let's start with Kid. How long have you been playing?
Oh shit. Well, I started off when I was about 13 years old. About 18 years ago, I was playing bass. I decided to pick up the drums to help my buddy in my old band. He needed a drummer, so that band came and went. Found these guys. I've been playing drums now for about 6-7 years, something like that.
Yeah. So you started playing drums just out of like necessity then, and you just fell in love with it, or?
Well, growing up, my dad had a drum kit, and I used to bang on them. But I was a kid, 4 years old. I didn't know what I was doing, and I really kind of taught myself just listening to music. because I knew what each drum sounded like and what each drum was. And I basically, in a sense, I learned in my dad's truck. And I always wanted to play drums, so I had that opportunity and I took it, and now I'm a full-time drummer.
Nice. All right, Mick, what about you?
Let's see. I started off with guitar, right, and then the school I was in was needing a bass player for their band. So like then the band at school calls me to switch from guitar to bass, and I don't know. Pretty much since then, I've stuck with bass.
I have to ask this question.
Yeah.
Did you fall in love with playing bass, or is it kind of like I just like this
I
more
love
than guitar? Or you love bass? Okay.
I love bass. Yeah, definitely.
The reason why I ask is because a couple of my friends, it's same story. Their bass player goes to drums, or drums goes to bass, and they always tell me like, I like playing this more, but I have more fun, and this makes me money. So I was just curious on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. All right, Chief.
What's really good about Mick, though, I want to say this about him, is he played guitar for a long time in other bands. Yeah. And I played with other bass players that were guitar players. And when they come to play the bass, they play it like a guitar. So they don't really have that bass feel. Mick is a guitar player. He can play guitar. He's a great guitar player. But when he plays bass, he plays the bass like a bass player should play. I mean, he lays that groove in. He throws cool octaves and cool runs. And I mean, I would honestly say he's the best bass player I've played with since I've been playing, as far as just to start doing that, really. I mean, he just honestly, it's crazy how he can do that. It blows my mind, really.
I agree with you.
I don't say it very much to him because I don't swell it up too much.
That's the first time I've heard anything like that.
Yeah, but I feel that.
Nice,
no,
thanks,
it's true though. Like bass, drummers and bass players are hard to, especially if they don't mix. The band falls apart.
Man. We got the bottom end. We got the rhythm section. They got it together. So I've been playing since I was like probably 8 or 9. My dad played music. He was more into country and bluegrass, being Louisville, Kentucky. He's from down in the country. We're actually not too far from where bluegrass was founded, with Bill Monroe and all them guys.
Wow.
But yeah, I played for a while. I mean, actually my dad kind of, he showed me a few chords, and then of course I wanted to get away from it. Oh boy, you're going to sit there until you learn how to play this. And back then I didn't like it so much, but today I'm eternally grateful to him. He's passed, but I got out of it a little bit around, my teenage years, and I started seeing the MTV stuff, dating myself, and the chicks and all that stuff. I'm like, man, I got to get back into this. You know what I'm saying? So I started playing again and joined a couple bands. So I've been playing most of my life, and really I've sang all my life, but a couple other bands I kind of was more of the backup guitar player, singer kind of thing. But singers, they're a different bird sometimes when that's all they do is sing. So after having some people leave and this, that, and the other, I said, you know what, I'm just going to do the damn singing, and I know I'm not going to leave myself. So here I am doing the frontman stuff, and I feel pretty much at home doing it.
Nice. That's awesome. Tommy.
I started playing guitar when I was 16 years old, and it was funny because I bought a bass thinking it was a guitar, and so I started playing bass. I got kind of good at it, but I just knew it really wasn't what I wanted at the time. And I had another guitarist that was like, hey, jam with me. I mean, I need a bassist. So you did a good thing getting a bass, but I just didn't like the sound of it that well for me, the band that got me into playing completely was Metallica. Master of Puppets had a profound impact on my playing, and it caused me to want to play guitar completely. And I always wanted to know how to get that crunchy sound, that sound they were getting. I didn't know. So I started learning and studying different people. And one person, his name was Russ. He had, I guess, about 9 or 10 Boss pedals laying on the floor, and he was playing in a hot attic. It was probably about 98 degrees up there. But we would sit and listen to him play because he could play that whole Master of Puppets album note for note, and he had all the effects just to do it. So it was amazing, and that had such a profound effect on me. And Then I started, doing other bands. I got in other bands. I was in an AC/DC tribute band for a little while. I did a Megadeth Metallica cover band where I was singing, both Dave Mustaine and James Hetfield, and that was fun, and it got me a little bit of experience at doing singing. It helped me out a little bit. But then after that, we started getting another band together where I was in with Chief, and it just like he said, it ended up being just us two for a while, and we were like, we really just got to do something. We got to put forth a repertoire and get our songs together at least, and that way we're moving forward. We're doing something, and we didn't really care if we were just playing for ourselves, we're playing for the four walls. We were just gonna really write our material and put it all together, and when we finally got the right members, we knew it would all fall into place, and so that's where we are today.
Wow. Here's a question for the both of you. Was it hard for you guys to play together? Like sometimes guitar players have a hard time, in the beginning, or was it like an instant connection?
An instant connection.
I'd say it was love at first sight.
I was trying to avoid that, but thank you for saying that.
No, we work great together. There's no egos here. We switch off. We're like KK and switch off. That probably don't sound right, does it? But anyway, there's no egos here with us,
right.
Man. Right. We all four of us serve the song is what we do.
Absolutely. The song comes first.
Yeah.
It's I've interviewed some groups before, and like you guys have such great energy, and I can see that the chemistry with you guys. I mean, I can hear it in the music too. It's like you guys, like you feel like the soul, you feel the energy. It's really cool.
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited.
I feel good just being around these guys. We've been kind of like, the whole quarantine thing going on. We ain't really been able to get out and play. So, when we get together, it's like, getting together with your buddies from 8th grade and acting like kids and doing silly shit. And you just feel alive. We feel alive when we're around each other. You get away from the day job and just all the bull crap going on. But yeah, when we get back around each other, it's like, it's great to be around. Our energy is great. I feel it all the time when we're on the road, when we're, wherever we're at a bar, watching another band, out to eat. I mean, it's just, we're silly. We're like a bunch of kids. We have a blast.
That's how it should be.
17-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. So I'm happy you brought that up. I mean, a lot of musicians have been impacted by what's happening in the world today. Has it hit you guys pretty hard? Because I know like with touring and stuff, it kind of
it has been rough on us because we going in the studio and making the music and all that good, that's great, but our main reason why we picked up the instruments is to play live. That's the real payoff I feel for all of us. We love that energy. We love seeing the crowd out there singing the words to our songs and rocking out and just the fun times. But yeah, it's been rough on us the last year. I don't know, I ain't going to bullshit you about it, but we've been doing some pretty good stuff. We just now finished remastering our first CD. Just now put it out. We got our band camp going on. Wyld Ryde, you can plug all that stuff. But just got that going here a couple weeks ago, and it's finally starting to hit. And we're going to do some stuff building up social media. We got a show coming up in April here in Louisville, Kentucky. This is where the actual Kentucky Derby is ran at right here. So the night before Derby, if God willing, we're supposed to be doing our first show back here since we played last February. I think it was yesterday marks a year since we played our own hometown. We opened up for Tom Kiefer at a pretty big place that Live Nation actually runs, and that was our last show here in Louisville. Yeah, it was, so yeah, it's kind of, it's definitely, we're ready to get back out there and do what we do. That's for sure.
You guys ever thought about doing, I asked everyone, have you ever thought about doing any live streaming?
We did actually.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was awesome. We loved it.
It was weird. It was weird to play to like a cameraman.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
But it was fun and we had a good time.
We rocked that shit.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because they do the studios that I'm at. They do live streaming here, and I watched a few of them, and I'm thinking to myself, God, it's it's got to be hard not feeling that reaction,
It was bizarre, man.
Right.
It was
right?
really strange.
It's like you're just used to something in the background.
It was like
you know,
it was like a rehearsal.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
with lights and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked great, but like you said, you feed off the energy of the people, and that's one thing about a show is, it's not just us up there playing; it's us and the people together. And it's just you definitely, you definitely miss that when you do a live stream because it's not there. It's definitely
Exactly.
different. Sure.
That is true. I mean, I feel it here during the podcast because I'm used to having someone 5 feet in front of me, and it's just this back and forth. But everything's on the internet. It's just so weird. I bet you get used to it. Okay. Are any other shows you're planning on doing live streams, or you guys are just kind of focusing on trying to get back out there?
We haven't planned anything live, doing live stream right now. We're just trying to build our social media up as far as that, and possibly shooting a video here soon for our upcoming release of our second EP, which is entitled Gasoline Alley, which is really awesome. And we, hopefully, like I said, the first show back April 30th will be in our own hometown. Possibly, if everything works out, we'll be doing a CD release sometime midsummer. Hopefully that gives everybody time to get, excuse me, the vaccines or whatever's going on so we can get out. I mean, I really want to be able to, I think we really want to be able to play in front of a crowd that's we're used to playing in front of, the full crowd. The one thing about all this stuff going on is it definitely makes you realize how much stuff you take for granted by not being able to do it the way you used to do it. It's wild, but that's definitely what we're shooting for, is to get back out there and play in front of people. That's what we do this for mainly, really.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So how's the writing process with you guys? Like, do you guys kind of, like, how do you, explain how you guys write the music?
Good.
It usually starts with a riff. A lot of times we'll have some kind of cool riff that's written, and we'll work with that. It kind of builds off that. Then a lot of times a vocal melody will come over that somewhere, and then we're working with that too. And everything else kind of gets thrown in the stew pot, so to speak.
Okay.
And it's usually how it works. We've tried a few different things before, like maybe just starting off with a beat, or maybe having Mick start off with some bass and things like that. Sometimes we get experimental on how we write, but we kind of have a formula for what we do. I'd say to a little degree, we know where we need to fit everything and where the puzzle pieces need to lie. So we work with that, and I guess you could say it's our song process.
Okay.
Writing.
And then typically, how long does it take you guys to just complete a song?
That varies.
I mean, it
varies.
varies.
Sometimes it's up to
weeks. There's been times where one actually took a month to write. And it was grueling, man. We were yelling and screaming at each other. And the chief was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out." And then, it was insane. Yes.
All right. So a normal day in writing.
Exactly. He takes his sticks and throws them at my head. And
that's wild, man.
That's
That's one thing about writing is, you got a lot of people out here doing, and I'm not knocking people for doing the covers and the tribute bands and stuff, but when, writing, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to just put anything out. So that's what we try to pride ourselves on, making sure we put the Wyld Ryde stamp on it before it goes out the door. And sometimes it doesn't happen easy. Sometimes, like I said, there's some songs that we've actually haven't completed because we were having trouble going on with it. So we just go on to something else. And I'm sure maybe that stuff will come out on the box set or something. I don't know.
Right.
oh yeah. 15 years from now.
That makes sense.
After we split up and then get back together. And,
you got to follow the formula, guys.
Yeah.
Exactly. The KISS formula. Yeah. That's what we do.
All right, so let's talk about recording. What's your recording process? Do you guys record live together, or do you do it individually? Like, how do you guys record?
Well, for this last album, I can't speak for the first because I wasn't on it, but for this last album, we started basically we recorded the drum tracks first. Everybody played together. We recorded the drums and the bass, I think, right?
Yeah, bass was second. Yeah.
And then Chief and Tommy went back in and recorded their parts separately, and
then leads.
Yeah.
And then vocals.
Vocals last.
And then we did background vocals.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious. Some bands have the drummer just come lay all the drums down, and then he's off for like 6 months.
Not this guy. Nuh-uh. He gets to work, you know. He does it all.
Do you guys record with a studio, or do you have your own recording studio? Like, how do you guys do that?
No, I'm a studio.
Yeah.
So you guys rent the studio out?
ARC.
Yeah, ARC. Yeah.
John Madden,
American Recording Company.
Craft.
Yeah, John Madden kicks butt, man. This second EP is it's just the quality of it is unreal, and I would definitely recommend him to anybody as far as in this tri-state area or whatever. He does a great job, and you'll see when this new CD comes out, just how well the production is on it. And he puts his little 2 cents in on stuff that the first one I think we tried to basically engineer a CD that we didn't even know what the heck we was doing really as far as studio stuff goes. This time we kind of sit back and said, look, we'll do it and let him do his job. And then we might critique a little bit, but it's more his baby after we've recorded what we recorded. You can tell a big difference in the production and how well, how much better it sounds. It's just a great EP. He does a great job.
Is he acting like a recording producer, or are you guys in charge of like who does do the take again, or do you guys have a producer that?
No, we actually we're more in charge. If we don't like what we've done, we'll go back and say no, we're going to do that again or whatever. I mean, we're basically in charge of it, but we kind of gave some of the power to him because he's the engineer. And he knows this stuff a lot better than we do, and it shows in this last recording. How much better it sounds when we step back and let him do his thing. We definitely was overseeing it, and if we didn't like it, of course we had the final say. But usually when he done stuff, it was definitely we were like, hell yeah, that sounds great. Let's keep it like that. And he showed us a lot of tricks that he does with certain things. The double it up, the guitars and all that stuff. And it just made fatter sound. It sounds phenomenal. What is actually ARC?
American Recording Company.
Yeah.
Company?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
American Recording Company.
Yeah, for those that are listening, there's going to be links in the description, and if you're watching the YouTube, follow the same shenanigans down below in the comments and descriptions and stuff. So, sorry. Okay, so now this year, like you guys were talking about focusing on touring and stuff, do you guys see anything preventing you from starting touring other than obviously another surge in lockdowns and stuff like that, but anything else that you think that might prevent you from touring?
I doubt it, really.
No, nothing. We would be out there right now if we could. We would have never stopped. I mean, we actually thought 2020 was going to be our year. I mean, our momentum was ridiculous. I mean, we were playing out of town shows to some pretty packed houses, and they were digging it. And we really felt like 2020 was going to be our year. But 2020 of course has kicked us all in the ass. So if it wasn't for this everything going on, we would be out there right now playing for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
the time was spent writing. Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Well, we've definitely met some really cool people. I mean, opening for Tom Kiefer, we got to meet him and hang out with him for a bit.
Yeah, we partied with him. It was fun.
I mean,
who else have we opened up for?
LA Guns,
Udo from Accept.
Yep.
Udo, I'm sorry?
Udo from Accept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know Dirk Schneider.
Oh, that's awesome.
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Kingdom Come. We opened up for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, on the road, we're kind of out doing our own shenanigans as far as hanging out with other bands. I mean, there are definitely other original bands out there we cross paths with, and we see it's like a reunion, seeing each other, because we're out there doing the same thing. There's a lot of bands out there doing the Road Warrior stuff, and when you get to run up on some of them that you ain't seen for a while, you hang out and drink some beers and go out to the clubs and stuff like that. But a lot of the times it's just us together. When we get out there, it's like 4 kids out on a field trip without their parents. We're just wreaking havoc on wherever we're at, having a blast.
Nice.
Platinum Dolls, baby. Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna ask 2 questions, and these are questions most musicians don't like answering. So I hope you answer it. Question number 1: what is your favorite venue to perform at? And question number 2: what was the worst venue that you performed at?
Oh shit!
Well,
Yeah, a lot of people don't like putting the venues on blast, good or bad. So I just love asking.
That's a great question.
For me, so far, my favorite venue we played at is a place here in Louisville called Mercury Ballroom.
Yeah.
At, like 900
Shout out to Mercury
or something.
Yeah, awesome place.
Played there a couple of times now.
Yeah.
As far as the worst,
Probably the worst.
I probably wasn't at this show because I know what they're going to say.
I probably I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah.
I think the worst for me, honestly, was the British Lion gig in Lexington.
Yeah, when we opened with Steve Harris.
Great club, but that was a rough gig. That was a rough crowd to impress.
Yeah, it was
Really?
strange.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
what happened?
Those Maiden fans just want Steve Harris and Iron Maiden, British Lion.
But Steve Harris is cool as hell too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's awesome.
yeah.
He likes
He was
corned
great.
beef or something. What does he like?
Steve loves pot roast.
Yeah, Mick got to, we all got to meet him, and Mick asked him the question, how did you ask him? Did you ask him that?
Hey, Steve, do you like pot roast?
He goes, yeah. And then Mick just walks
And then
away.
I just walked off, and he was crushed. He was really wanting some pot roast, and I didn't deliver. So.
So Steve, if you're watching this, we're sorry we didn't give you pot roast. We'll get you next time.
And next time, dude, you're getting some pot roast. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah,
I'd say
man.
my favorite place that I've actually played, not with this band, but I mean, honestly, was the Whiskey in
Yeah.
LA.
yeah.
I played there back in
That's a
09,
fucking
I think. And we're going to get out there for sure. I love that, just the nostalgia of it.
Yep.
Just being there on the strip.
Yep.
To me, it's badass.
Yeah, that's my favorite venue to perform at. I've played there so many times. I love it.
It's
Lucky
you
guy.
walk in there and you just feel like you're on a sacred ground.
Yes.
You
You
just
can
feel like
feel
you
the
can
history.
Feel the energy.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can feel
yeah.
the history. In there.
Yeah.
Totally. You feel
Molly
it, man.
Cruz played there. Alice Cooper, The Doors.
Kiss played there just a couple of
Man,
weeks
who
ago.
hasn't? It's like
Zeppelin, Hendrix, all of them, man.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah.
Mhm.
Pink Floyd, I think, back in the day with Sid Barrett.
oh yeah.
That's that. We definitely are going to have to get out back. I mean, get out there for sure.
Yeah, when you guys are out here, I'll be there for sure. Hell yeah.
So made LA.
Was that?
The Wild Ride invasion of LA. It's happening.
Hell yeah. And so what would be the worst venue then, Chief?
Oh man.
The green light.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody did. A lot of the guys didn't like. I don't think Kid was in the band at the time when we played in Chicago. I wouldn't say it was the venue was as bad as it was. We went up there in a winter vortex, so it was pretty rough. I mean, it was the heat was kind of not so great.
The heater was broke that night. They didn't have any.
Yeah, it was broke, and we were just
We were playing up on stage and we were seeing our breath, and it was so cold in there. I mean, I swear my fingers stuck to my guitar. It seemed like it was,
Major shrinkage too, dude. Not good.
yeah.
and we still can't figure out what was on the back of your bass case, Nick. I mean,
Yeah, it looked like somebody did some mess on the back
my
of the
bass case. My bass case had this weird dripping white substance on it when we pulled it out of the trailer.
His fans are crazy.
My fans are crazy, dude. I have my own breed.
I'm gonna say it was snow. I mean,
I'm hoping it was snow and salt, but it sure didn't look like it.
It didn't.
might have
I
been
think
part
some
snow.
old,
It might have some, it might have some salt in it.
I was gonna say.
I think some old bum just came up on it and started humping it. That's what I pictured in my mind. I don't know.
But you said you pulled it out of the trailer and it was like that?
And it just had this giant white
Kind of
drippage.
Was it out of the trailer or actually coming back out of the club? I thought we were loading it into the. I don't remember. Hell,
I can't remember either, dude. That was a long night.
I don't know, man. Pulling it out of the trailer, kind of like.
it sounds like some stuff buzz. Yeah.
That's some weird stuff.
I got you, man. Now you finally figured it out. It was me, dude. It was me. Damn it! I thought you'd never put that together.
Hey, we got it, man. Detective work.
Man, this is
Yes,
wow.
that gig was pretty wretched.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, I think it was more the timing of it than anything. I mean, I'm sure it's a great place when it's warmer there, but we didn't. The timing of what we did and you know, stuff like that makes you closer as a band. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody that's paying your dues. You know?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Definitely.
What about you, Tommy? Would you consider that the worst gig?
Yeah, in my mind, yes. Yeah, I would.
Okay. What about the best venue
Oh.
or best gig? I mean, it's kind of the same question.
You like bourbon?
I love the Bourbon Hall. I mean, I think the Bourbon Hall was a really nice venue. They always treated us like stars. They were lenient with us. Like one time they told us we can't bring in our own alcohol, and I think somebody did, and they were really lenient about it. Whereas they kicked other people out sometimes. So I mean, they backstage they always accommodate us. They actually bought a brew, for us a lot of times, and just made us welcome.
Well, we drawed a lot of people. I mean, that's one thing about us here in our own hometown, and that's what we're trying to do outside of here is just duplicate what we're doing here. Is for an original band, we draw, man. I mean, we can draw some people. If you look at some of the videos, you'll see it's some packed houses. You know what I'm saying? It's all off our music. And that's yeah. So I mean, these clubs, they know when they get Wyld Ryde coming in that they're going to make some money that night.
And you have to give it the credit to the fans because the fans know what they want.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. It's really, that's what it boils down to. It's like, it doesn't matter about the hype or anything like that. It's all about the music and it's about pleasing the fans and not shortchanging them, not cheating them, giving them what they want, And I feel that Wyld Ryde does a pretty good job of that. And the fans show us a lot of love, and we're appreciative of that. We know we wouldn't be where we are without them.
Exactly. Our fans and friends are just great people, awesome people. Harold out there, Harold Rocks, Carly, all those people.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, Christy out there with you guys. Where are you in? Where?
California.
Are you in LA or where you at?
San Diego.
San Diego. I think Christy's from out there with you, right?
Yeah. She actually blogs for the podcast website. So
awesome, super awesome. People like that, are what keeps rock and roll going. We're like, we're not the mainstream. Go ahead.
We got to give another shout out to Les Paul. Les Paul is amazing. He's really supported us a lot, and it's incredible. His friend Mike,
Fulkerson, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fulkerson.
I had Les work on my guitar. He's got expert knowledge, and he's been real cool with getting me set up. When I needed it.
What is it? Paul Dean Guitar. Shout out to them. Actually, Les Paul is Mick Mars' son.
Yeah.
So from Motley Crue, but we're giving a shout out to Paul Dean Guitar because they do a lot of work on our guitars. Paul Dean Guitars. Yeah, check them out.
We could link everyone below.
Work. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll link everybody below.
And I got to give a shout out to our manager Rick Ember. He really busts his ass to do the stuff that needs to be done. He's behind the scenes doing a lot of stuff that getting this set up and getting the merchandise going and staying on the phone and the emails, and he really does do the behind the scenes work that needs to be done to keep us going. So I mean, shout out to him too. So
He's very responsible for a lot of our success.
Oh yeah.
Also, I
Oh,
want to give
cool.
one more shout out. I want to give one more shout out to Pete
He's
Zilk
the
of Iron
first member of
Savior.
Wyld Ryde.
Pete Zilk is helped me to choose the right pickups that I needed that really work well for my playing. And without him pushing me in that direction, I probably would have got something else. Maybe I wouldn't have been too happy with. So shout out to Pete Zilk of Iron Savior.
What kind of pickups are you using?
I'm using Seymour Duncan's SH6 pickups, and
nice.
they have a good amount of like mid-range that I like in there, but they carry the distortion really well, and just give it a good overall tone. I like. It got real metal sound.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So your manager, excuse me. So your manager, you said is the reason why you guys are becoming or more successful, right? How was it in the beginning? Like, was it like you guys got fans right away, or did you guys struggle? Like, share a little bit about that.
when we the first show we did, there was, I mean, a couple of years back,
15 people.
Maybe 15 people. Mm-hmm. It's just work, man. It's just hard work. You just got to keep pushing it, just keep going, in the beginning it was, I mean, we had some people come out because knowing us from other bands to check us out, but really live music, it seems like we're in a different age now to where everybody wants to keep their face on the phones and they're not out here interacting like they used to, back, even 5-10 years ago. Times have changed, and in the beginning, but it was rough. But one of the things I think we pride ourselves on is the energy that you're feeling here right now. When we're up on stage, we're fucking nuts, man. We have a blast. We have a party. You guys come see us play. You're going to forget about all your problems. You're going to forget about all the bull crap. You're going to get back down to feeling the energy of the show, the smell, the sound. You can't get that on these phones. You can't get that live, social gathering actual feeling like you do at a show. And when you come see us, man, you get it, on 120, and I think that's why people come back, because they see that we're authentic. We're not trying to, nothing's contrived. It's us. It's who we are. It's how we live. And we're real. And I feel like the crowd really knows this. There ain't no faking with us. And when you come, you're going to have a great time, and when you leave, you're going to be like, man, that was a blast. I'm glad we went out and seen them guys.
Nice. What's the craziest show you've ever had? And I mean, like, it could be like crazy, like you had a bunch of people on stage, or even as crazy as like this really strange incident happened. Like, what's the craziest show you've ever had? Well, I know they're not normal questions.
Maybe the last one was here.
Tom Kiefer?
Yeah, with Kiefer, that was a wild gig right there.
Yeah.
Just the audience was just really wild, and everybody was banging their heads and getting into it.
There was one show I did. It wasn't with these guys. It was an old band back in, I think, 2015. We got to open up for Steel Panther. You can imagine how, dude, it was fucking nuts. It was great, but it was nuts.
Yeah, those guys are nuts.
I'd have to say the one that I would almost say is probably the crazy. Well, there's two actually. One we did at Bourbon Hall, but one we did at Diamonds for a heroin benefit. It was a pretty wild night.
That was a wild night. I puked. I got really, really drunk. Dude, I puked all on my shirt. I passed out
in the car. I ended up going home with some
chick, and I didn't know where I was. It was
I wasn't in the band at that point. I didn't know about
You're like, I don't know what they're talking about.
People were buying me drinks left and right, and I had drinks that I forgot even what they were. I was drinking stuff that Dimebag Darrell was drinking. What was that stuff?
Blacktooth Grin.
That's it. Yeah, Blacktooth Grin. I had so many of those, and then there's just people buying me drinks left and right, and it was like, I was a walking good time.
I think that night I went home with a fitness instructor.
You did.
That was a good night.
Great story, man.
I got to work out that night. That's for sure. It was awesome. Awesome.
His name was Richard Simmons.
Yeah, yeah. Erica,
Come on, everybody.
bird dog.
Oh, God.
I love the kinky hair, man. The kinky hair is where it's at.
Was it upstairs or downstairs?
Both. Both, man.
Oh,
Both,
man.
baby.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh God!
Hey, if we don't make it as a band, we can always be a comedy act, right?
We're gonna be great comedians, man.
I'm totally
But
turning
we
that
have
into a
fun.
clip.
We have fun.
Right.
Dude. This is what we
That's it's
do.
all about.
We're like eighth graders, man. We just have a blast. That's all the time. This is who we are, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let me go around the room. Let's start with Mick.
What's that?
Let's start with you.
Sure.
Do you have any crazy fan stories?
Crazy fan stories. Oh shit. Actually, I do, but I don't want to discuss it on this show, right?
Well, give us minor details.
If it's too much, maybe there's another crazy fan story you could
Let me
share.
think of some. I don't know. Ask Chief first. Ask Chief. I've got to think about it. I got to think about
Okay. Let's go with Chief. Do you have any crazy fan stories?
Fan stories?
it. That's tough. That's a tough
I
question.
mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it really all that crazy? I don't know. Just
Yeah.
not really that I can say that's not, nothing out of the, ordinary that other bands probably don't have, the women's pretty, cliche, I guess. So
Yeah.
Okay.
that's kind of, not really.
No, Tommy?
That's a tough question. That's tough.
It is, because you think about it and you're like, wait, is this considered like a crazy fan where this fan followed me all around the United States as I'm playing, or crazy fan that would like carve my initials in their body or something? It's
Well,
like,
Mick's actually had somebody trying to chat him up on our Facebook a lot here lately. I don't know if that's kind of. I'm glad they don't. I'm glad because I get on there and I'm looking at these conversations like, who the fuck is he talking to?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
I'm glad they don't know. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm saying. Brain fart. Sorry.
I guess the one thing I could think of is
That's a good idea.
Nick and I, we were going out. We were coming out of a club one night, and we were just talking, and it was cold. It was a real cold night out there. You see our breath walking outside. We were just laughing. Something was actually funny. I don't know what it was. And then all of a sudden, we were approached by this girl. She's saying, "Hey, you're in the band, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Sign my back." And
Yeah, that one.
yeah.
Sign
And I
my
was like,
back?
"Really?"
Actually,
She's
with like her tramp stamp area, like right above her.
right. Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? And I was just like real surprised. And she's like, yeah, right down here. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm holding the marker up. Should I? And I think her boyfriend was there, and I was just like, it was kind of offbeat at that.
I think when I signed my name Chief, I think she had like a mole on her back.
She did.
I
Yeah.
used that for the dot for the I in my name.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
now. Now I remember that.
Yeah.
That's what you call a fan right there.
That's
Yeah.
Tommy
Can't make
signs
this
it
shit.
like this. He goes.
Yeah, he was way back.
He was keeping his
Yeah.
Did she get it tattooed? Do you guys know if she got it tattooed?
We left that town the next day, so I have no
Oh.
idea what happened.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, but I
Wow.
wrote really giant on her back, Dick Twatkins. AKA Dick Twatkins. Yeah, that's my OnlyFans site.
That's his alter ego.
Yeah.
What about you, kid?
Well, I can't say I have many crazy fan stories, but there's one that kind of sticks out. Again, this wasn't with this band. This was with the old band. We were in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and this guy was a huge fan. He was excited to see us, and he wanted to party with us after the show. So he's like, follow me, guys. I live right down the street. We can party a little bit, whatever. So after walking for almost an hour, we finally show up at this guy's house. And at this time, our singer was stone cold sober. He had to put up with us. So we're partying at this guy's house. We left our singer at the venue. My guitar player's passed out drunk on this dude's floor. So it's me and my other guitar player partying and trying to tell my singer how to get to us. And we had no idea where we were. It became a whole disaster. He finally picked us up. Our guitar player's throwing up outside the window all over the side of the car. It was nuts. It was fun though. It was fun.
Whoa. Damn. So you walked an hour.
I do have one right here though. I just now thought about it, but I don't want to go into too much of. We had actually a porn star dance on stage with us one night.
This is a great story.
Yeah, and she was wearing nothing but tape and all that stuff. But I mean, it's not so much that the whole porn star being on stage dancing with you. Later on, we found out that I think she's incarcerated for killing somebody.
He's
or
an
something
axe
like
murderer.
that.
Whoa.
He's an axe murderer.
Knocked
Yeah.
someone up and set them on fire.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. Did you find out after? And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was after.
Yeah.
It was after.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a hot
She
little
shot the
number.
chick
No doubt
up
about it.
with an axe.
Wow.
I swear, like put an axe in her face. And then didn't she
Set her on fire.
set the body on fire and then ate it or something?
Holy
It was
shit.
I
What
think
the
so.
fuck?
Yeah. I think it was her roommate. So we had an axe murder on stage with us. We didn't even realize it.
Fuck. It turned
that
out
was an
into a
ex-porn
song.
star.
Was it an ex porn star or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so
we're not
she
gonna-
changed.
We
Uh,
can't.
no,
No,
yeah,
we can't. No, we're not doing no names. No.
yeah. So she
Ain't
changed
coming back
careers.
killing me. Ain't no fucking way.
Hell no.
He's going for that.
Motherfucker, you said my name on live radio. What the hell?
Exactly.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
She
crazy.
could really throw down on stage, and she's
She's badass. Hot little number, man. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Damn.
She make a good man go bad. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So, are you guys like solely just with each other in a man? Do you guys have other projects you guys are working on, or like what's? I know it's kind of a
No,
weird question, but
one of the things I like to pride this band on is we try to stick to this band, because I feel like if you start doing all these different, we're not even where we want to be at yet with this band to even think that way. We got to keep our eye on the prize with this thing, and I feel like if you start doing 10 other things, it's like you're not taking this as serious as you need to. I really don't understand why other bands do that. You know what I'm saying? As far as if they're really trying to, we have a goal in mind. We're going towards that, and we don't want anything to sidetrack us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, we got stuff we do outside of the band. I mean, Mick does a pod. What is it called? You do on there?
It's a
Record
talk
review
show, like
he does a record
reviewing bands and stuff, and just reviewing things.
Is it a podcast or
albums and stuff? No, it's a talk
It's not a
show.
podcast.
What's it called?
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I want to watch it. That's cool.
nice. Just type in Mick Watkins
Okay. Yeah.
YouTube.
Could I link it?
Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, I'll link it. It'll be down below if you guys. I'm sure there's some people that are interested. I'm
Good
interested.
stuff. Nice,
Nice.
man. I talk about
Funny.
Kiss and Judas Priest and Blue, Alice Cooper, Blue Oyster Cult.
So you're just
Watch
reviewing music?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
He actually got contacted by Ace's people.
that's true. Ace Frehley's. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, used one of his videos, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
cool. That's rad.
So
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Anything
Tommy
else?
loves to
Be a man
paint.
on the side.
What was that?
Yeah, I said Tommy loves to paint and play chess and stuff like that. And
I got my hand in a lot of hobbies. I
yeah,
do a lot of different things. So.
All right.
but-
All right.
Lots of
and kids been doing some great video stuff. I mean, he's been getting into that. He's pretty awesome at it, man. He's got a lot of our commercials now he's doing, and he's really great at it. I mean, he kicks major butt doing it.
Yeah, it helps having someone that can video edit.
Yeah,
sure.
I got a plug real quick. I want to give a shout out to Diamond Star Drumsticks for taking me under their wing and endorsing me.
Yeah.
Nice. Do
No,
you guys have any other
endorse-
endorsements?
yes, endorse.
Do you
What
guys
was
have
that?
any
What's
other?
that?
Do you guys have any other endorsements?
Pornhub should be endorsements,
OnlyFans, Dick Twatkins.
but they're not. They should be. They should be.
Yeah.
All right, you guys heard that, right? You guys should endorse them.
Wide Ride, OnlyFans.
Right.
I don't know. You might be onto something there. I mean, axe murdering porn star. You know what I'm saying? Or
There you
know?
go, man.
No
Always-
doubt. No doubt.
That's a really good idea.
So, how's the rehearsal process with you guys? Do you guys practice like every day, every other day, once a week? Like, how do you guys
It's
do
like
it?
boot camp.
Yeah.
It's a militant practice when we get down there.
Keith has this whip. He's like, "Get to work, bass player." Whoosh, whoosh.
And I have that
glasses
fucking
on
chair
my
for.
back.
Stand up.
Exactly.
You don't want to hit the wrong note.
Hell no.
Definitely.
I'll
No,
do it. He'll be like, "That was an A, Mick. That was an A." No, I'm joking. That's really not how it is at all.
No.
No.
I mean, right now we're just rehearsing once a week because of everything. Sometimes it can get up to 2 when we're going to do a show or whatever. But with everything going on right now, we just kind of, it's about what we do. Maybe once, twice a week right now. I mean, normally we're out playing shows, so we don't really have time to rehearse. We're just out there doing it. Like I said, we're writing right now. We wrote a couple, 2 or 3 songs, almost 4 in the making, something like that. I don't know. Well, along with our other stuff, but we're just trying to get everything hyped up and get all this merch ready for when we blast back out there. We got the CD done. We got to do the photo shoot for the new CD. We haven't done that yet. We're going to do that here in the next few months, and get that ready to go. So when we release that in sometime in midsummer, I think, that's kind of what we're doing right now, is working on the Wyld Ryde campaign, social media, and all that good stuff. So
Nice. So when you guys tour, do you guys, like you were saying, because you guys are playing shows, right? So you guys don't really rehearse because you're playing shows, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because in theory, the show is a rehearsal.
Yeah, well,
Right.
it's true. Yeah, I mean, it's when you're out there playing, I think I've heard somebody say before, when you're out there, 3 or 4 nights a week playing with the same guys, you can't help but get better. You know what I'm saying? Get tighter. It's like
Yeah.
I always like to use it like maybe a basketball team or something as a reference. At the beginning of the year, you're kind of rough. At the end of the season, you just know what the other one's going to do without looking. And that's kind of what we do. I mean, once we get going, we got to knock the rust off, of course. But once we go, it's on. I mean, we got this vibe, man. We just we're like a NBA basketball team or something, the way we play together.
Yeah, dude, I totally feel it. And you guys aren't even playing. I'm just talking to you guys, and I'm like, fuck, I want to go party.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
We're actually going out. We're actually going out tonight to see a buddy of ours band play.
Yeah.
That's
Brandon
awesome.
We might even jump up on stage and do a song or 2.
I was just gonna ask that. Have you guys ever done that? Have you ever been out at a bar just hanging out, and they're like, "Oh, so and so's here, jump on."
I
You
did
guys-
that like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, with a
Wow.
good friend of mine's band. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Phil.
There was one
we,
point where weren't you on stage with us, Mick, when it was me, Chief?
Oh, we did. Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mick was singing it. I was playing guitar.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we have a blast when we're out, man. And we
That's
get up on
awesome.
stage sometimes. Yeah.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
We have a great time.
Such awesome guys, man. You guys are so cool.
Thanks, man. You're cool too.
You too.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
man.
you. Appreciate it.
You're really
It's
cool.
So
guy.
rad. Okay, so one more question. Do you see more fan growth now since we're in the pandemic versus how it was prior to, like, pre-pandemic? So, like, have you noticed a jump in fans because everybody's at home and they're forced to kind of like look for new stuff? And have you noticed that?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think it's helped a lot. Really, I really do.
I think it's steady. I think
Yeah.
that it's a steady growth based on just time alone. Whether it's before the pandemic or during, and hope, it's just been a steady incline. And it's because of social media, because when we did play out before, word of mouth is always sometimes the best way to get things spread. I really didn't mean to say that.
Or don't wear condoms.
Yeah, it's been consistent. It's been consistent.
You can really spread fast like that.
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
that was awesome.
Social media, man. So one thing about the social media thing is now that we're sitting here, we kind of got to look at the social media and how much of a role it plays in today's music industry and getting yourself out there. So like I said, with our manager, his son is real big in the social media. He does a lot of stuff for companies and everything. So we're kind of going to use kind of like that kind of business model to drive people to us now. You kind of got to look at it like that now, more focused on it now than ever, because you can't get out there and play shows. So I think we're steady, but we're getting ready to really start rocking and rolling on the social media stuff. We really got to utilize it. I think it's getting ready to happen,
Yeah,
it's crazy how social media plays a huge role in just everything we do, and it's what makes people grow. It's insane. I'm just, in a way, I'm happy that they're all connected. Like if you post one thing somewhere, you can connect it, and it kind of saves time. Because I run a lot of the social media, and I'm just like, fuck, I wish it was all connected. And some of it is, some of it isn't. But that's the cool thing. And there's so much out there that's just growing with social media and new platforms. And I think the social media thing is key for music right now, especially right now. I've noticed just how people, like I interviewed this singer-songwriter, and the pandemic boosted his numbers because people are like, oh, what's new? I already watched everything on Netflix. Oh, let's go to Pandora, So, dude, I want to thank you guys for doing this. This was so cool. You said the EP's coming out when? During the summer?
Yeah, we're shooting for maybe a mid-July if everything goes right, something like that, to release the new CD EP. It's EP, so it's called Gasoline Alley, and it's badass. I think we're all pretty proud of it. It's the production and just everything. It's I think it definitely shows the growth, I feel like, in it.
Awesome. I'd love to have you guys back on the show so we can talk about that when you release it and see what happens from now and then. That's a good gap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, we definitely would love to come out that way and play, man.
Dude, you guys are out here, drop me a line. I'll be there for sure, and I'll bring Christy.
Will do.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it. Everybody subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and follow the links below, and we'll see you guys next week.